I'm not gonna... I don't want to keep it up on screen the entire time. Can I please... How do I get rid of the Pokecash? Oh, it just disappears after you go like into a battle, probably. Oh, Geodude! We have another trade evolution! We have another trade evolution. It's a rock type. I don't really care too much for Geodude. It's an encounter. I'll take it, but I don't really mind it too much. I guess this means that we have a pretty decent chance. That's not very... It's a critical hit. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That means we have a pretty decent chance of getting something good in the Orberg mine. Because I think in there we also have the chance to get an Onyx. That being said, I think this cave usually also has a low, but still existent chance to get a Psyduck, which would have been nice for the upcoming gym. That being said, we probably don't have enough grinding space to get a Psyduck up to a decent level anyway. So, we got a Geodude! And with that, Sir Wingleton is level 10. And Doofenshmirtz is level 8. At least this trade evolution is useful right off the bat. We're going to call you Meatball because you're a Geodude, and I've been neglecting capitalization on my Pokemon names, I now realize, after naming Ralph. So, am I going to fix that for Meatball? No, because I already picked the first letter. And what do you want me... Okay, so it's still there. I was just holding the R button. Okay. Long story short, I love this game now. I was very annoyed with this game a moment ago, but now I love it. Because we don't have to use HMs. We still have the moves. We can still use the HM moves, which are TMs now as moves. But for the overall purposes, we just have a Pokéatch. It's the only way I'm going to use the Pokéatch in this entire fucking game, because it's not intuitive to use it if it's not just on your bottom screen at all times. So it's kind of like shoehorned in. People were going to be upset if you didn't include the Pokéatch though. So I understand you were kind of between a rock and a hard place, because you... For the Wii U, this would have been great, right? Because you could have just had the Pokéatch on the tablet. But sadly, this isn't the Wii U. I should actually say, luckily, this isn't the Wii U, because the Wii U, nobody liked it. And I think like 99% of the Wii U library is on the Switch at this point anyway. And it's just like a more powerful version of a Wii U. Especially if you're playing it in handheld mode. It's just a Wii U tablet, but better. Right? The failure of the Wii U probably did a lot for the way they designed the Switch. And the Switch is amazing. And I'm very glad that I decided to buy one finally. I've played like 3 different people's Switches over the past couple of years. When like visiting, I borrowed one for a couple of weeks from a friend a while ago. Now I have my own, and I must say, the weirdest thing about that, right? The weirdest thing about getting my own Switch was unpacking it and seeing a screen that wasn't absolutely filthy with fingerprints and that skin. Power Punch. Who wants Power Punch? Is that Ralph? Is that Ralph? That's Ralph with Power Punch. I didn't even know you got that, but you're definitely going to learn that because that's a fucking amazing move for the upcoming gym. Especially when you evolve and become Stab. Oh, we're going to rip through that gym. Everybody's leveling up. Psyduck. Actually, let's switch out for Psyduck real quick. Just because we need other Pokemon to also have a bit of a spotlight. Just a tiny, teeny bit. Not a lot, but at least an acceptable amount of rotation in the team. Because I can rotate the entire team around, but if I just end up using only Ralph, that's still not going to matter. That I have this rule that after every gym, I have to yeet at least one Pokemon temporarily into the box to make room on the team. But then again, I imagine that will just naturally happen anyway, because I don't want to be stuck with the same 6 Pokemon the entire time, and especially with the way the experience mechanics work in this game, there's a really, really good chance that I'll just end up switching out Pokemon anyway, and they'll passively gain experience until they're usable, and then I can actually use them. So that does... And we have an evolution. That does change my opinion a little bit about this mechanic, because it does allow for a easier access to switching around your team a little bit. And that, I think, is very, very good. What is not very good is the fact that I could just see the skill change on that evolution animation. once it was done. I'm not a huge fan of that. Now we have a Cricketoon though, so we have a Fury Cutter on Quoth. Which if you've read the books, that makes a lot of sense actually. Allberg City, here we are! And we have to go through a tutorial section again, so yeah. I think we have to go through a rival fight now again. Do we? No, we don't. We have to go to the Allberg mines just that easily. Okay, let's first and foremost though go up here because we have a Route 207 where we can get another encounter and it'll be a matchup. Okay, a matchup. We're going to have to make decisions on our team in a moment. I also realized that Route 209, I think it is. I didn't catch a Pokemon on there. We'll go back after this gym. I don't think we... Ooh, that was a lot more powerful than I thought it was going to be. I don't think we necessarily need that encounter for this upcoming gym. The best case scenario would probably be a Badoo, but I don't think we're going to need a Badoo to get through this gym at all. I think we'll be fine. So, we're just going to catch this matchup, which I don't think we're going to use the matchup. I'm going to be real with you, we're very close to evolving for Ralph. I think Ralph is level 14, from what I remember. So, I mean, there's only one thing to call you, like. Dude, bro. Oh, we can just have you on the party right away. I don't need you. I send you to the box. But we have Dude, bro. If we ever need a fighting type, but we want to have, like, no fire types on the team for whatever reason, thinking about it, actually, I don't know. I feel like, generally speaking, we're going to want Infinite over Machamp. That being said, Machamp is stronger. Like, from a physical attack perspective, I think Machamp is a fair bit stronger. So, there is something to be said about that. I think Infinite is much more of a mixed attacker. So if we need something that's specifically physically strong, Machamp would be better. But I think in a general sense, having mixed attackers and mixed defenders on your team for a normal story playthrough is usually the better way to go. Because you're not working up against meta teams in any way, shape or form anyway, right? So just being able to handle everything decently well is usually good enough. A very competitive build meta team only works if you're fighting against other people inside that meta. That's why it's called a meta game. Because like you're all reacting to like each other. If you pick a team that's built on as a reaction to other people's team builds and they're used in a totally different context, it's still going to be a pretty good team just because it synergizes relatively well. But it doesn't deal with the exact problems you're going to face. It deals with problems in the actual current meta of like Smogon or whatever. Okay, we have an Onyx. I don't know if we can get a metal coat, but if we can, I would very much like a Steelix. Let's... Can you take a power-up punch? I don't think that you can take a power-up punch. I'm gonna go ahead and say you cannot take a power-up. Yeah, if that's not very effective, a super effective move would have absolutely destroyed you. That being said, Power Punch is physical and Amber is special, so that might not entirely be fair to assess in that way. But let's do another Amber. Maybe we'll get a critical hit here, and then we can... I swear to God, if you give me a... The attack animations seem more dynamic than they were in Sword and Shield. And I like that. I swear to God, if you give me a critical hit right here, by the way. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it's just literally the smackdown. It's not a Nuzlocke. My heart stopped there for a second. It's not a Nuzlocke. I'm fine. Use next Pokemon, please. Let's go into Doofus. It's not a Nuzlocke. We can just go back and heal Ralph. We can just go back. We haven't lost anybody. It's not a Nuzlocke. We're fine. Okay. That's good. That was... Okay, that still was very scary. Oh my god. This is gonna be... This is gonna be painful, isn't it? I can probably tackle you without killing you, right? I'm not even going to use this Onyx anytime soon. I'm probably not going to use this Onyx until I know that I can get a Steelix, which is honestly probably post-game, so we might not use this Onyx at all. Because if I'm going to use a rock ground type, if it's a rock steel type, that's an entirely different discussion. But if it's just a rock ground type, I'd probably just go for Golem. So... You're welcome to join me. I very much like to have you on my team. I also definitely, now that I have a Switch, need to port over all of the Pokemon that I have. Oh my god, I have so many goddamn Pokemon on... I have like 60% of a living Dex on Omega Ruby. And I think Omega Ruby still can go to Pokemon Home, right? So I need to port over all of those goddamn Pokemon at some point. Oh, that's gonna be a thing. Actually, no, I think I already ported them over. I think I ported them over to Ultra Sun. I'm going to call you Solid... I'm going to call you Solid Snake. Because you're a Solid Snake. Because you're made of rock. I'm very intelligent. And I'm very funny, as you can clearly tell. Anyway, so that does mean that I want to... I don't want to have it on my party. I want to migrate that living Dex to Pokemon Home, obviously. But that also means that I have cause to start working on that living Dex again. Because I have a few more games to use for that right now. It does mean that I have to get like another year pass for Pokemon, whatever the 3DS version of Pokemon Home was, just to migrate them to the Pokemon Home, which is kind of shitty, but I think like a year pass is like $5 or something, right? It's not that much. It'll be fine. Plenty worth it to get my living Dex, right? Okay, are we going to be able to get into the gym today? How long have we been recording? 40 minutes! Holy crap! Welcome to the second episode! 10 minutes ago, apparently. I didn't even notice. This is how quickly we're going through. I was honestly expecting to not be there yet, but... Wow. Okay. Let's speed things up a little bit then. I mean, I'm doing things as quickly as I possibly can. Okay, that is a little bit annoying that it still clearly works kind of on a grid-based system in that you can't pick up items diagonally. It's kind of annoying. Stand back and watch this. I can rock smash. I can also do that, but I'm not allowed to. I don't have a license. What's next? I need a license to toast bread in my own damn toaster. I never understood that argument. Like, I know at this point it's a meme, but it's a meme that originated from people thinking that's like an actual argument. Then again, people using it's a slippery slope as an argument, like, yeah, no. No, slippery slopes, like, sometimes it happens, but generally, people are pretty good at saying, okay, this degree of whatever the slippery slope is supposed to be, I'm okay with, and now you're going, like, over a line. It's not like the line actually actively moved that much. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. Anyway, politics aside, let's go into the gym. Will we be able to level up Ralph enough in the 2 fights preceding Rorik to get the Monferno? Is the question. Also, do I want to change anything about the team? I think I want to keep Meatball on the team, definitely. I want to keep Justin on the team, definitely. Quoth, I could change out Quoth for Dude Bro, I guess. Who am I going... Okay, now, other question. Who am I going to take out after this gym? Because I kind of want probably Doofenshmirtz, honestly. And that's kind of sad. That is kind of sad, because we definitely want Quoth for the Grass-type gym. We definitely want Sir Wingleton for the Grass-type gym. The Grass-type gym is going to be a breeze. Holy hell. And I want these two because I want to evolve them as soon as possible so that I can trade evolution them. I need to figure out which level is best to get them to before I trade evolve them. I'll look that up between recording sessions. So I just realized that the system that I came up with has a flaw, and that's if I want to use the exact same team that I'm using right now, I could just go into this gym using one like ticket Pokemon, just one Pokemon that I'm going to throw away right after again. So maybe that we have to switch out one Pokemon after every single gym system just isn't gonna go up and work very well. I feel like we're probably just going to ignore that rule going forward, because the more I think about it, the less it makes sense, really. That being said, I am slightly terrified of what's happening here. I'm definitely, looking at my current experience level, by the way, I'm definitely not going to get to level 14 before the Rorik fight. Hopefully Power Punch itself will power me up enough to the point where I can first take out a Geodude with it. I think he has a Geodude, an Onix, and a Cranidos, right? And Cranidos is probably going to come out last, which is kind of annoying, because it's a bit of a glass cannon. So if we could have Onix as the last, because Onix definitely has the highest defensive stat. So if at that point I'm high up on my attack stat because of Power Up Punch, that would be ideal. But that's probably not going to happen, because it's probably going to be Geodude, Onix, and then Cranidos. So, yeah. We can at least rank up some Power Punches on the Geodude still. And then maybe one or two shot the Onix anyway, and then definitely just one shot the Cranidos, as long as we outspeed it, which we should. So, I think we're fine. I think we're going to be fine for this gym. I also just got attacks, I think. Yes, I did. I'm going to respond to that after I finish recording this. And then I'm going to have a little bit of dinner after, because I'm hungry. It's almost 7 p.m. and I haven't had any like decent food yet. I've had what have I had actually today? Oh, I've had a croissant. 2 of them actually, but that's all food I've had today, and like 2 glasses of green iced tea. So I'm starting to be hungry, and I have supplies to make pancakes, apple pancakes, as a matter of fact. So unless my apples have gone bad since I last checked them 2 days ago, which they might have, in which case they're just going to be cinnamon pancakes. There's a non-zero chance that they're going to be cinnamon pancakes now that I think about it, but cinnamon pancakes are still good. Very good. I could also just, like, do a pizza. And just get more apples tomorrow and make the apple pancakes tomorrow. But, okay, the nice thing about pancakes, pizza to a certain extent also has this, not frozen pizza, but if you have, like, actual, like, fresh pizza, and pancakes have a very similar thing going on, right? Which is, you can kind of make 2 meals out of it. Because... Rollout. Hold on, let me focus here for a moment. That is meatball. We don't need the... Ooh, actually. Let's get rid of rock polish, because defense scroll rollout is a pretty good combination, I think. So yeah, what you can do is you like, some people like cold pizza. I'm not quite. It depends on the kind of pizza, right? And mostly on the kind of sauce. Because if you have a tomato sauce pizza, I don't like that cold. I need that hot. But if it's a barbecue sauce based pizza, I don't mind eating that cold. Again, it does depend on the other toppings as well. There's certain toppings that just don't go very well when they get cold. But my favorite pizza here at Domino's, which I order more frequently than maybe I should, is the barbecue chicken. So that's bacon, which doesn't go very well when it's cold, I'll admit that. That's not a very cold-friendly meat, in my opinion. But chicken is fine when it's cold. Like, chicken is not a problem. And then you have the cheese, which is not that big of a problem. Like, it's not gooey anymore, but it's fine. And obviously the barbecue sauce, which is great when it's cold. So cold pizza, fine. But even if you reheat the pizza, reheated pizza is also a real nice like breakfast or lunch meal. If you're like for breakfast, it might be a little heavy, but you can get a second meal out of it if you don't eat the whole pizza in the night. And in a very similar but not quite the same way, pancakes kind of do the same, because you can just make pancakes and have a very sweet dinner, which usually I don't like sweet dinner, but you can have a very nice sweet dinner with pancakes, and then the leftover pancakes can become snacks because they're sweet. You can snack on those later. Because I don't know about you. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe go ahead and die. Holy fuck. Okay, let's focus here for a moment. I don't like eating pancakes 2 nights in a row. Like, if I just eat pancakes and then eat pancakes again later that day as a snack, that's fine. But I don't want to eat pancakes as dinner 2 nights in a row. That's just like... I'm not actually 6 years old. Like, when you hear me talk, you might think, that's a 6-year-old with an adult voice. And you're not entirely wrong. But I'm not actually 6 years old. I like real dinner sometimes. I avoided the attack. Okay, that's actually huge. Because had I not avoided that attack, I probably would have been in trouble here. As it is, I think I can probably one-shot the Cranidos. That should be good. And then I will actually evolve after this gym battle, so that's even better. And everybody's leveling up. Again. Let's keep our current Pokemon. This is very scary. I could try to heal, but this Cranidos is going to hit like a fucking truck. So if I don't one-shot the Cranidos, I'm just in trouble. So, give me a Power Up Punch. Give me a Power Up Punch. Give me a Power Up Punch, and we win! That was very anticlimactic, but I'm very glad that it was, because if it wasn't anticlimactic, I would be dead right now. Not actually dead, it's not a Nuzlocke, but you get my point. We defeated the leader Rourke at our first try. So, with that, I think we are about ready to wrap up this recording session. After this evolution, of course! Welcome, Monferno! Yeah, I don't like the evolution animation in this game. Yeah, you can see its scale. Like it scales up and down between the two models. But then when the actual animation is done, the dust clouds are supposed to hide the fact that the small model scales up to the actual size of the Pokemon. But it kind of just doesn't. You can see it jump from one scale to the other. And that's just bad. Like, I'm sorry, I like this game. I'm very happy that this game exists, but that is just bad animation. It's hardly even bad animation. It's just bad. I don't know what it is that's bad, but something is bad about that. I guess technically speaking, it is animation. It's more so that it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I still don't like the skating down and up animation for the evolution, the way it looks. I know that is more or less how the sprite evolutions used to work, and this might be better than having it just turn into an orb of light and then turn into the other Pokemon. I don't know that it is, honestly. I don't know that that's better. But it certainly is not better. Like, just add a couple more dust clouds. Just let them linger around a little longer. Let them start a little later so that they don't fade away as quickly. There's something about that to mask the fact that there's a literal, like, jump cut in their size. It's the only real complaint I've got about this game so far, because as you can tell, we can use Rock Smash through the Pokéatch. And I fucking love that. So that's been Pokemon Brilliant Diamond for the time being. I'm going to make some food and then I'm probably going to record another hour of this game because I am in love.